welcome to today's Sunday School. As you may know, if you've been with us before, we are doing a series of the armour of God. Now last week we did about faith, and we looked at how David had faith when he was fighting Goliath. Now this week we're doing about the breastplate of righteousness. Okay, so what is righteousness? Well, righteousness is being good on the inside, being like Jesus. And I want to start off with a little illustration. I've got 2 cups here. Which one would you rather drink from? This one or this one? This one's a bit dirty, but this one's really, really clean. So which one would you rather drink from? I would rather drink from this one. But then if you have a look on the inside, that one is clean on the inside. But that one is really, really dirty and it's got loads of worms in it. Ew, I don't want to drink from that. It may look quite ugly on the outside. But we may be right before God. And so we have a clean heart. Or we might try and put on an outward appearance of being really, really good and being really, really a good Christian. But actually, we're really dirty on the inside. And that's what today is all about. Because we're going to be learning the story of the Pharisee and the tax collector. And this was a story that Jesus told. And you can find it in the book of Luke, which is one of the Gospels. So it tells you about Jesus' life. So Jesus said, and this is from the International Children's Bible, there were some people who thought that they were very good and looked down on everyone else. Jesus used this story to teach them. One day, there was a Pharisee, so that was someone that obeyed the law and had lots and lots of rules, and a tax collector. No one liked tax collectors because they took lots of money. Both went to the temple to pray. The Pharisee stood alone, away from the tax collector. When the Pharisee prayed, he said, "God, I thank you that I am not as bad as the other people. I am not like men who steal and cheat or take part in adultery. I thank you that I am better than this tax collector over here. I give up eating twice a week, and I give 1/10 of everything I earn." The tax collector stood at a distance. When he prayed, he would not even look up to heaven. He beat his chest because he was so sad. He said, "God, have mercy on me. I am a sinner." "I tell you," said Jesus, "when this man went home, he was right with God, but the Pharisee was not right with God. Everyone who makes himself great will be made humble, and everyone who makes himself humble will be made great." What does humble mean? Well, it's recognising or seeing that actually we are all sinners. We've all done things that are wrong. But it's coming to God and asking him to make us be better. Now this Pharisee wasn't perfect. No one's perfect except from Jesus. But righteousness is about saying, "I'm not perfect, and I accept that. But help me, Jesus, to be better. Help me to follow your rules more. Help me to love you more, Jesus." And Jesus can help us. But if we come to Jesus and say, "Oh, look at me, I am so great," that makes Jesus quite sad. Because it makes him feel like we think that we're better than everyone else, even though we are all equal in God. Now, I hope that makes sense. It helped me to realise that actually Jesus loves it when we come to him just as we are. We don't need to make ourselves look big and look strong. We just come to him and say, Lord, please help me. Please help me to be better. Please help me to put on the breastplate of righteousness that will guard my heart against things that are wrong. Because when we have a breastplate, it goes on our body. It goes on our tummy and on our top. So it guards our heart. And in the Bible, the heart represents all that we think and all that we feel. And so when we put on the breastplate of righteousness, it guards our heart against things that are bad. So today we're going to do a craft, and this craft is to make a breastplate that will help us and remind us to keep our heart right with God. So you'll need a piece of paper and some pens. On this piece of paper, I want you to write the word either righteousness or just right. I've just written right because it's easier. And then I want you to put lots of different pictures, either of stuff that you want God to help you to be more like. So we've been looking at the fruit of the Spirit before, haven't we? So if you want God to help you to be more loving, maybe put a love heart. Or more patient, maybe put a clock. Just to remind you of the different things that you want God to help you with in order to be righteous, in order to be more like Jesus. Because it says in the Bible that we are made in the image of God. But it also says that God is continually making us more like him, but we need to let him make us more like him. So we've just got a bit of a song to finish with, and then we'll do a prayer. And during that prayer, if you want to be more like Jesus, just ask him. Ask him to make you more like him. Because you might think that you're only a child, and yes you are. Unless if you're an older person watching this. But it said Jesus said, I think it was in Matthew, let the little children come to me. Right, this song is called The Path of the Righteous.
Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter and brighter. Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day. Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter and brighter. Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day. Brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day. Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter and brighter. Oh, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, it shines brighter, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day. Brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day, brighter to the full day.
So it's nearly the end of our Sunday school today, but as always we've got one last thing to do, and that is a prayer. Dear God, I thank you for the breastplate of righteousness, that it protects our heart from doing wrong. We thank you that Jesus died and rose again so that we could be seen as righteous before God. We ask that you will help us to remember to do the right thing and to trust in you. We also ask that you will help us to remember that we do not have to live in the past mistakes, as you make us as clean when we say sorry. We are sorry for when we feel we can be righteous in our own strength. We are also sorry for when we are naughty and walk away from the righteousness of God. We want to live in your way, not ours. Amen. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. And don't forget, on the second week of August, we've got the Holiday Club. The sign-up sheets will be coming out this week. And if you don't have Facebook, then I can send you the form. Thank you all so much for watching, and God bless you.